Just like the Mattel one. Whoa! Oh, dude. Dude! Oh my god. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Cars review. Now, this is actually kind of different from what I usually do because it's not Mattel. It's actually Jada. So I'm super excited to be reviewing this because look at this McQueen. He looks amazing. Of course, he's a lot bigger than the normal Mattel releases, and he has rubber tires, opening hood, and a tire rack in there as well. So let's dive right into the review. Of course, I did find this guy for $20 at Walmart a couple weeks ago. If you saw my episode 4 of The Hunt, falling short, you would have seen me find this and buy him as well. So I was super excited because it was kind of a slow day. I didn't find much, so I was really happy to see this. It's brand new, and you can see that they actually have some other ones to collect as well. Now, the only one I've found and the only one that I believe is available in stores right now is the Lightning McQueen with the tire rack. Now, there are versions that don't have the tire rack, like you can see there. McQueen, you have Dynaco McQueen with and without the tire rack. Same thing with Cruising Lightning McQueen there. And then you have Fillmore with some oil cans right there with and without them, and Mac as well. Now, I've seen actually all of these online, you know, in pictures and whatnot, on Take 5 a Day, Facebook, but I haven't seen anyone else find them. Of course, only this one right here, the basic McQueen, has been found. Now, it's made for multiple languages, so that's why it says collect them all, and then a bunch of other languages as well. I believe that would be French, Spanish, and German. That's my guess. We have die-cast right there. Of course, it does say Jada Toys down here. I'm looking for the exact scale. I think it's 124, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be 118. Let's see here. Maybe on the bottom it'll say. Jada, looks like a bunch of information about Jada, legal information. Of course, they have to talk about Mac and Volkswagen because they put Fillmore and Mac on the back. There is, of course, the opening hood, exclusive tire rack edition. Ironically, it shows the World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen instead of the, you know, Rusty's version from Cars 1. And it shows that you can actually interchange the tires with the ones on the rack there. So that's an absolutely amazing feature. I can't wait to test it out. So let's open this thing right on up and review him out of the package. Alright, so I got McQueen out of the package, and as you can see, he's looking absolutely amazing. I already tried out some of the features, and I'm really impressed with them. I only have a couple complaints, and we'll get to those a little bit later on in the video. Now, yes, I did do a lot of the unboxing off screen because McQueen and the tire rack were screwed to the package. You can see the holes right there where the screws were, but thankfully and very generously, Jada included a free screwdriver in there. Very nice, and red goes along with McQueen there. And now I actually used one of my own because it worked better, but this would still work, so it was very nice of them to include that. They also included 2 extra axles, as you can see right here, and we'll talk a little bit more about this when we get to the interchanging tire feature, but this does go along with that. So very, very nice already. But my complaints are pretty much focused around this tire rack. So, like McQueen, it was also screwed to the package by this base right here in like 4 corners, I believe. So you have these 2 corners right here. And the screws were actually helping keep this actual rack, the red plastic, connected to the base. So when I unscrewed these 2 things right here, this red plastic kind of tower, it literally popped right on off. Thankfully, there are a couple like little nudges that you can reattach it to on these corners. There are the nudges you use to attach the red tower to this base here, and the other corners are just empty holes. So I feel like they can definitely improve upon this to make it not as loose, because when I go to reattach this, it's a little looser than I would like it to be. Let's try to get it back on here. Go with one first, get one in for sure. And then if we can do this without the tires going every which way, that would be nice. Let's see what we can do here, guys. This is, oh, we got one on the other side. That's kind of surprising. And then bam, right there. Listen for the click. But yeah, oop, this one came out. Come on. And sorry about this, guys. But it is the review, so we gotta go through each and every detail. And there it goes, popping right back into place. But it is a little loose, you know, like I said, looser than I would like it to be. My other complaint was that in the package, when I unscrewed it finally and got that all taken care of, there were plastic inserts at the bottom, the middle, and the top, keeping the tires locked in place, because you can see here, they're a little loose. They don't come out really, but you know, they do kind of scramble around. But the plastic inserts were in there to ensure that they didn't come out. So it was super hard to get them out once I removed the plastic inserts. They were super tight in there, and it was terrible. So I feel like they can improve on that as well. That's my biggest complaint, because I was really worried I bend or break this red plastic tower, because it's not that strong. So I was a little bit worried about that. Fortunately, everything worked out well, and I really do like the look of it. I just feel like they can improve upon the tower there. And that's really all for my complaints. Otherwise, it's all positivity. So now let's take a look at McQueen in depth. So of course, he has a nice little smile on there. We have 95, his headlights, or at this time they were just stickers. He didn't have real headlights just yet. Medicated Rusty's bumper alignment there on the hood, rear end formula. Now if you want to open the hood, you kind of got to get your nail underneath the little crack there and then pry it open like that. But once you get to that height, it does stay there, and it takes a little bit of force to put it back down. So let's take a look inside the hood. I like the blue and red coloring in there. Very, very nice. Very, very nicely detailed. Let's see if we can get any deeper in there. Wow. That is very, very nicely detailed. You can see all the wires and whatnot. I mean, I don't know anything about real life cars, so I couldn't really tell you, oh yeah, that's that thing and that is that thing. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused on that, but I do really like the intense detail. Very, very nice. Great job, Jada. I feel like Mattel could do this as well, do a pretty good job on a larger scale diecast, you know, like Jada has done here, but they really stick to the smaller scale diecast, and that's probably a good idea that Jada went for the larger diecast, so they're not competing with Mattel, because, you know, you can't really compete because you have kind of like a different market. This is more of a collector's item, you know, it's really big, it's very nice, and it's kind of expensive for, you know, a kid to just play around with when they can go and buy the Queen for like $4. So they're not really competing, and I was really happy that Jada has started making Cars diecast. You know, I think they'll even do Cars 3 cars as well. On the side here, he has his secondary sponsors like the Piston Cup, Mood Springs, No Stall, and Gasprin, along with a bunch of others in great detail, so we can really take a good look at them there. Lightyear tires with red rims. His bolt is right there. The classic 95 with the bolt there, starting at yellow and fading to a little bit darker orange from Cars 1, of course. Now the tires aren't like completely rubber, it's really hard to explain. I would say that they're like a rubbery plastic. They're definitely not straight up plastic, so don't think that, but they're a nice feel to them, and I do really like them, although I don't think they're like entirely rubber like the Kmart synthetic rubber tire releases back from 2010, 2009, and 2008. We have the exhaust pipes right there, the Rusty's logo along with the gas cap. Now, if you ask me, that Rusty's logo is super dark. It looks kind of weird because it is just like unusually dark. I don't know why it is that way, but oh well. We have the Lightning McQueen signature right there. 95 roof flaps. We have that on the other side there as well. Rusty's on the spoiler there. we have this nice defined line, which I do believe is accurate to the movie. It's something that I haven't seen before though. On the back here, we have Rusty's medicated bumper ointment, 95, and a little thing right here, which I'm not entirely sure what it's for. Mattel never added that to their releases, but the Disney Store did, and we will compare, this to the Disney Store version of McQueen and Mattel in a moment here, but it's kind of interesting, that silver thing right there. So if anyone knows, let me know what that is in the comment section below. Can't be the gas cap because this is the gas cap, so just a little bit confused about that, but I do really like the detail once again. Very, very nicely done, Jada. Awesome, awesome job. And it rolls really nicely as well. Nice smooth roll to it. So I believe that's all I have to say for McQueen. Of course, no company has yet to fully perfect McQueen. There's a little yellow decal on the inside of the rims in the movie. You can clearly see it at the beginning of Cars 1, but as far as I know, no company has made a McQueen with that decal. So, I guess it's something that companies can still strive for to perfect McQueen and win over us collectors' attention and whatnot. So hopefully maybe one day we'll see a McQueen that is completely accurate to the movie. But this one is definitely really, really close. So let's compare him to the Disney Store, which is a 1/43 scale. And Mattel, which is 1/55. So you have a pretty wide range of sizes here. Of course, Mattel, Disney Store, and Jada from right to left. And I can't really compare these because they're so different, in size. And I can't really say which one's my favorite either because they're all awesome. I'm not a huge fan of the Disney Store McQueen, but it's alright. They each have good qualities about them. You can obviously say that the Jada is the most detailed, most high quality and whatnot because they're able to expand the decals so you can really see them, like with the sponsors there on the side. Of course, you have the opening hood, the nice tires and everything. But, for $20, you can probably expect that. But for $4 for Mattel, $6 for Disney Store, you get a little bit lesser quality, but still very, very nicely done on all of them. Here's that thing I was talking about on the Disney Store release of McQueen. They put that on there. Mattel, wait a second, Mattel, it looks like they actually do. It's just a little dot though. It's weird. I don't know, maybe mine's just so coincidental that there's a little paint bubble in the exact same spot. But right there, it does look like there's a little something. So that's something I've never noticed before. But if anyone knows what that little hole is, please let me know in the comment section below. Now let's talk about the tire rack, shall we? I really do like the tire rack, just, like I said at the beginning of the review, they can improve on how it's packaged and, with the plastic inserts and whatnot. So, I have them in here like this, which looks pretty nice. You may want to alternate them so you have white wall on either side so you don't really see that as backing. But to get them out, you really have to kind of squeeze them out like that. It's not too bad though. And they're very nicely done as well. You can see that silver right there, and you can almost see my reflection, which I don't know if I can show my face yet to you guys, but you can see how shiny it is. You have the white wall tires, nice treads there as well, which is not on the, or which are not on the, Lightyear tires that are currently on McQueen. And there's the back side there. And let's take them all out because, of course, we got to demonstrate how it works. Oh, and there goes the base. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Too loose. Too loose. Pop back on. There we go. Alright. Now, it did come with some instructions to tell you how to do this. Now, of course, this is made for many languages, so each instruction is very, very short. There's only one sentence per instruction. So, I'll read them really quick to you guys. 1. Disassemble the screws attached to the chassis and remove. 2. Remove the wheels. 3. Attach new set of wheels. 4. Screw the chassis back on the car body. And 5. Assemble complete. And there you go. You have McQueen, Lightning McQueen. Now, in my opinion, these instructions are the silliest instructions I've ever seen in my life because there's such an easier way to go about doing this. I'll show you guys that in a second. You don't have to remove the chassis. You don't have to take the entire car apart. No, no, no. You don't have to take 6 screws out. Heck no. That would be terrible if that was the case. But there's such an easier way to do this. So these are the RC Cars 5 instructions that actually make sense. So number 1, take your Lightning McQueen, flip them over, check out the tires and see which one you want to remove first. Grab it and pull. Just pull it nicely, kind of get gently, let's go from this angle right here. Just pull it very gradually off and then whammo, it's off. Step 2, or is it step 3 now? Whatever. Take the replacement tire and put it on the axle. Hold the other tire so you can get a little bit of pressure there and slide it on. Bam! Look at that. I got one on. I didn't even need to take the entire car apart. So let's do the others real quick. Of course, take this one off. I may cut here because this is kind of boring or just kind of redundant, but put the other one on there. Just kind of want to be careful, Don't want to break anything. And you just got to slide them in there. You can keep pressing them in there for a little bit longer so they're completely under the body. So there, look at that. You have the 2 on the back there completely and perfectly. They roll nice, and I didn't even have to take the entire car off. So yes, you can actually have a mismatch, which actually looks really cool. I like the look of this a lot, but we're going to take them all off. I don't know what the instruction maker was thinking when they said that, because that just doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna take McQueen in my lap here. Oh no, did we find a flaw with the RC Cars 5 instructions? You gotta be joking me. Oh, dude. Alright, well, the RC Cars 5 instructions work for the back wheels, but the front ones, they don't, because this fender comes down too low. So when you go to remove it, like you're trying to push it off, it gets caught on that. You gotta be kidding me. I really have to take this entire thing apart? Alright, Jada, I admit, I was really liking this McQueen until I found out that you really do have to take apart the entire car just to change all 4 tires. For the back 2, it works. My theory works 100%. But since the fender comes down a little low in the front, it does not work. So yes, you have to unscrew all 6 screws, which the provided screwdriver is too weak to do. It is very weak and the screws are extremely tight. So maybe after a couple times of changing them, they loosen up and maybe that screwdriver will work, but I had to use a more powerful one and it was like a waste of 15 minutes. So I was super annoyed when I found that out. It's like, seriously, Jada, you can't find an easier way to, make this work? I was really tense while I was doing it as well, because you have a screwdriver that's essentially a metal stabbing stick in your hand, and what if you accidentally slide it somehow, and then you hit the car, and then you have a big scrape, a big metal, just blank metal on your car. Now that would be terrible. That was my biggest fear. Fortunately, everything is good. And as you can see, I got the whitewall tires on now. It does roll and everything, but I did not put the screws back in because I think I might display him with the Lightyear tires. I'm not entirely sure yet, but you can take this off here so you guys can kind of get a look on the inside there. I also learned that the extra axles aren't really for if you lose one of the ones already inside McQueen. They're for the whitewall tires, because these Lightyear tires are stuck to the axles like there is no tomorrow. I cannot get this one off for the life of me. I got this rubber mat handle thing so I can get a better grip, but nothing. This thing was not giving up at all. So a little bit disappointed there as well. So, in all honesty, it's a good product. I like it. Nice and big, great details, but I feel like if you're going this route where you can change the tires, you gotta do something easier. I mean, this took way too long, and I do understand it's a collector's item, so it's not like kids are going to be, taking them off every day, but it was just annoying. That was quite annoying there. So hopefully you guys can understand. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I really do like the look of him like this, though. It just looks awesome. I might even display him like this. I like the tire rack. I just wish they did something a little bit better with that, and you guys know if you watched the beginning of the video there. And that's pretty much it for the review. I hope you guys did enjoy, and thank you very much for watching all the way to the end if you made it this far. By the way, I did figure out that's 1/24 scale. It says right there. You guys can read upside down 1/24. So yeah, what do you think? Should I display him with white wall tires or the Lightyear tires? I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll see. I do like the look of those white wall tires there, just like the Mattel ones. Whoa! Oh, dude. Dude! Oh my god. Oh, I'll have to put that back on. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.